Hey guys, what's going on? It's Filmington. In today's video, we're going to be breaking down 22 Topps Chrome Baseball, my overall thoughts on the product, the good, the bad, the ugly. Towards the end of the video, probably some sort of a target price to pay for hobby and retail for flippers, collectors, investors, dealers, breakers. And this product is set to be released in a couple days from now on the 16th of September. Today is the 14th. That's the day I'm filming this video. And all right, let's get started. So first of all, let's talk about the checklist. I think it's okay. Wander base is in there. Wander auto and auto parallels. A Wander SSP is actually in there. Hopefully Cardboard Connection is right about this one. They were wrong with Jarred Kelenic. It's probably not their fault, but that was on the preliminary checklist in last year's Topps Chrome, and Jarred Kelenic was not to be found anywhere as an SP. J-Rod Auto and Auto Parallels are in the checklist. Witt Auto and Auto Parallels are in there. Of course, no base card of J-Rod, Witt, or Torkelson. There are SPs in this product, and it's unknown how many they'll print. It's unknown if they'll use a new image or the same image from Series 2. And if they do use a different image, it's unknown whether that one will be more desirable than the Series 2 design, although it is Chrome, so that gives it a leg up. But it is the second rookie card that will have been printed of J-Rod from that regard, or it's a later rookie card to be more specific. All right, so the SPs are going to be Witt, J-Rod, Torque, Hunter Green, and CJ Abrams. There are also base image variations. Some of the more notable rookie names are Wander, O'Neal Cruz, and Shane Baz. Now, here's where it gets, well, we talked about, of course, J-Rod and Witt not having base cards in the base set checklist, and because they're not in the base set checklist, they don't have the non-auto parallels as part of that. But here's the second issue I have is that between the rookie autograph checklist and the veteran autograph checklist, you're looking at 154 subjects. So it's 107 rookie autographs, 47 veteran autos. And of course, there's also going to be some smaller auto subsets within the product. But the main group is going to be 154 names. And in the rookie autographs, we've got Spencer Strider. So that's where he makes his appearance in the product. We've got Jake McCarthy. We've got Royce Lewis too. But, you know, it's a little bit watered down. There's a lot of rookies that aren't great because there are 107 total names. So the chance of hitting a J-Rod or Witt are actually, well, very, very low. And that's always been an issue with Topps Chrome is you have a really low floor and a really high probability with those autographs when you do pull them. Of the 47 veteran autograph names, no Ohtani, no Trout, no Pujols, no Judge. So again, you know, not really a whole lot of good names there. Juan Soto is probably the best name from quickly scanning that checklist. So no base card, again, of J-Rod and Witt. Is that a big deal? Well, I'd say in the past it would have been a bigger deal when base cards were a little more desirable, more coveted, more important. Nowadays, they're not worth as much, but I still think it gives you a nice floor for that product when you do open a box, and there's a good chance you'll hit, you know, between 1 to 3 of the top names of those base cards. Maybe get a graded, you get a PSA 10. No, those aren't carrying the huge premiums like they used to, but still, it's still something. And it's certainly something for a collector or somebody's just trying to have a good time opening the product to look forward to. So, I mean, at the end of the day, I think Topps Chrome 2022 is going to be a top 5 release of the year for baseball. I think it'll be popularly or widely regarded as a top 5 release. I think Bowman from this year is looking solid. Bowman Chrome is showing promise. Bowman Draft is showing a lot of promise, even though Drew Jones was injured, and we still don't know if he's going to be in that product, right? So Topps Chrome is right up there with those products, maybe slightly behind Bowman Baseball at this point, but it's going to be a top 5 product. Topps Chrome Update might be solid because they're holding out the base cards of J-Rod and Witt for that. One would think Topps Update, I think it falls behind Topps Chrome. even if the checklist is solid, just because the Series 2 short prints took away just enough luster for, I think, Topps Chrome to stay above Topps Update in that pecking order. Now, because J-Rod and Witt are auto only plus the short prints, which again, we don't know how many of those will be printed, but I think that potentially pushes you more towards jumbo versus hobby, where you do get the 5 autographs versus the 2. But then again, remember, 154 total autograph subjects, so maybe it becomes a non-factor, and maybe it's immaterial. What I was just talking about, that effect there. So target price point, what are we thinking, guys? So given the current level of demand for opening sports cards, which is different than last year and the year before, given there's got to be some sort of a print run jump. With this product, there's going to be the addition of a few new parallels, the purple speckle, magenta speckle, the magenta, the aqua lava, and maybe 1 or 2 others. So, you know, you can kind of assume a print run increase of at least 15 to 30%, maybe more, because they knew really early on that Wander Franco was going to be in the product. I'm thinking target price point. Now, you're not going to be able to get this at release, but perhaps 3 to 4 weeks after release, $235-ish for hobby, $470-ish for jumbo. If you look back over the last couple of years, 2020 Topps Chrome, I think it came out at around $250 on release date. It bottomed at around $180. We're seeing it bottom now, actually. Also, if you were to look at 2021 Topps Chrome hobby, I think that came out right around $225 at release date, and that bottomed out at right around like $120. So comparing 2022 to those 2 products, I think you still have a superior checklist. You could certainly see this come down to $235, just given, again, demand will be lower for opening wax this go around, but the checklist will be solid enough, and that'll be able to withstand some of the pressure from the increased print. Well, you might be thinking, well, Phil, you know, if 2020 Topps Chrome is at 180 to 200 right now, then how come this is only 235? Wouldn't it be more than that? Well, I think my thought process there is the pre-order prices this time around were so much higher, upwards of $500 and $1,000 for jumbo. And given the health of the consumer, I don't think a lot of people pre-ordered product. And I think a lot of people probably canceled their pre-orders, you know, whether they did that in April after the slow start of J-Rod and Witt, or if they did that at some point afterwards. I just think that there's going to be a lot of this product heading to the market for sale. So be sure to look out for the first 3 weeks. Pay attention to that decline in price. Pay attention to the rate of acceleration of the decline of hobby prices after release date. Pay attention to those short prints and how much they're selling for, albeit they will be inflated because singles are always inflated right after release. Pay attention to those short prints. Pay attention to the price of hobby once retail comes out as well, and that'll give you a better idea. You know, there's a chance where I might adjust my forecast up or down based on any of those. Also, of course, pay attention to anything we can learn about print run between now and 2 or 3 weeks from now. So retail though, retail's tough. It's over the last 2 or 3 years, like the value per card on a per card basis, what people are spending on retail versus hobby on a per card basis, it has, the gap has widened between retail and hobby. And I mean, it's for good reason. I don't know if I've ever seen an autograph pulled out of 2020 or 2021 Topps Chrome retail. They're certainly making that a lot tougher. So if I was to guess, and SRP for Topps Chrome Blasters, is that going to be $40 this year? If that's the case, I don't think it would be terrible to pay $40 per blaster on a per card basis. That's roughly half of what I had said with the $235 hobby boxes, I believe. So, I mean, we just don't know enough right now about about retail and how that's going to play out, and how much the product will be watered down, and what that print run will be for retail, because it tends to increase at a faster rate than hobby. I think that's what we've seen over the last few years with most of Topps products. So until I know more, I'd be reluctant paying much more than $40. Certainly $60, that's out for me. All right, guys, let me know what you think. Are you excited for Topps Chrome this year? Are you not? Are you let down? Do you not like that there's not going to be base cards of J-Rod, Witt, and non-autograph refractors of those cards? Let me know your thoughts down below. Thanks for watching, guys. Filmington.